I believe this may be the new wave of affordable housing. This is a $203,000 home. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1,900 square feet. It's on a permanent foundation. Now this property, you can get an FHA loan. This property is a foreclosure. If you want to see lots of foreclosures, every foreclosure in your hometown, you can go to findmyforeclosure.com. I know you could live in this, but would you live in this? I want to walk you around it, through it, and show you all the features about the property. There's some cool stuff around the back for you guys that want to do workshops and things like that. But would you live in a place like this? I want you to ask yourself that question after you watch this video. My name is Wayne Turner. For nearly 30 years, I've done just about everything when it comes to real estate, and I share that with you so you can have the confidence knowing that what you learn from me is from actual tried and true boots on the ground. So grab a pen and a piece of paper. Let's go inside. Now, it's important to know the lending guidelines on a home just like this is just like a traditional stick-built house. Even though it's built in a factory, they build these in a factory in 2 pieces. They bring them out, they bolt them, screw them, put them together, put them on a permanent foundation, just like a traditional stick-built house. They dig footers in the ground, they strap it and anchor it and everything. They put underpinning, as you can see, all around it, so you can get an FHA loan. That way, you only need 3.5% to put down. But this gives you a good opportunity. If this house was a traditional stick-built home, it'd run you about $300,000. The fact that it's a mobile home, it's $203,000. And I'd mentioned it's on 2 acres of land. So let's jump inside. Now, as I'd mentioned to you, you can see houses just like this and this house at findmyforeclosure.com. That's a site where you can go. There's not a monthly obligation. You just have to pay month to month to actually have every single foreclosure within your state. You can define that down to zip code, city, and all that. But this house is a split floor plan. You're probably looking around going, Wayne, that's a foreclosure. There was a home here. They removed the home because it was in really rough shape. It was a different mobile home. They put this one here. It's brand new. It's a split floor plan. I'll show you around. And you can see they even took the liberty of staging it. Now, the furniture is not included at that price at $203,000. But you can tell it's big, it's open, it's got a farmhouse sink, you got stainless appliances. It does include the refrigerator. It's got a large utility room. This is the main bathroom, main bedroom. And that's a big room, right? And then in here, which is pretty cool. So you have a separate, they call this a 5-piece. You got a separate shower, you got a huge walk-in closet, standalone tub, double vanities. The question is, would you live here? Would you live here if it only cost you $2,000 a month? Because that's what your payment would run if you purchased this house, just put 3.5% on the down payment and bought this home. Could you live here and pay $2,000 a month? Now, some of you say $2,000, that's crazy. Some of you say $2,000, that's pretty cheap. Depends on where you live in the country. You have some places like Denver where the average sales price is $500,000. And you have some places where the average sales price is $250,000. This is a brand new house. You can literally close and move in within 30 days. But listen, I always tell people, get approved first. I can't emphasize that enough. If you haven't watched any of my videos, write that down. That is the most important thing, because when you're purchasing any piece of property, you need to show the homeowner, whether it be the bank or just an individual who's selling their home or a builder who's selling their home, that you're serious. You've got your ducks in a row, so to speak. You've already got your financing squared away. It has nothing to do with the house. Listen to me. It has nothing to do with the home. You do not find a home first. You get approved first. If you need a lender, go to wayneturner.com. We can connect you with one, or you can just go to someone that you trust, your local credit union or mortgage company in your hometown. But you know, a lot of people say, Wayne, how do you know if it's a good deal? And I always tell everyone, you never know until you ask, so make an offer. Don't be afraid to offend anyone. I have homeowners that say, you call that an offer? That's crazy, Wayne, they made an offer. And say, hey, don't get offended at them. They made you an offer. They want to buy your house. What about the people that traipse through it in the mud, the rain, the slick, and the snow? And they didn't make an offer on your house. So any offer is better than no offer at all. If you're a buyer making an offer, it's okay. And I want to share some of these numbers with you. For example, here's a foreclosure that was listed for $250. It sold for $226. Another one that was listed for $290 sold for $230. Here's one that sold for, it was listed for $150,000, sold for $130. So the point is, don't be afraid to make a deal. And you can make that good deal on a lot of these bank-owned foreclosed type properties. Some of them are brand new, like the one I'm walking you through. But the most important thing you want to do is just talk with a lender, pull your credit, make sure they verify your income, your job, your status, your credit, and all that stuff. And what's really cool is they'll tell you, hey, you're good to go, or no, you're not. Your credit score is not quite at 620, but here's what you need to do to get it up to par. So some of you had a lot of questions, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take this thing and we're going to sit down. Just come with me, because I'm going to answer a few questions right quick. And quite simply, the question is, Wayne, how long do I have to be on my current job? You have to be on your job 2 years, but it doesn't have to be that same company. You have to have been working for 2 years. So a lot of people say, Wayne, I'm a brick mason, but I've worked for 3 different companies in 2 years. Well, that's okay too. Or you're an electrician, or you're an accountant, or you're an attorney, or you're a nurse and you work for 2 different hospitals. As long as it's the same line of work, you can't go from being a CPA to a brick mason, or a brick mason to selling real estate. And if you're self-employed, you have to make sure that you have all those documented information, records, because so oftentimes when you're self-employed, you write a lot of that stuff off because that's the tax code, you can legally do it. Unfortunately, when you write a lot of that stuff off, your income looks like it's about this big, and it doesn't allow you to qualify. But please know, they can put some of that stuff back in there, but you have to think about that when you start writing all those things off when you're self-employed. But moral of the story is, as long as you've had 2 years of steady employment, 620 or higher credit score, you need to check into this. Now, as I promised you, I want to take you outside. But listen, if you have any questions or concerns or any whatsoever, leave them in the comments. That lets me know, okay, here's the questions. We got answers. We'll help you as best we can. And then we can also produce and shoot more videos to go into in-depth things about septic system, septic tank, getting approved and all that stuff. This property is on a septic tank. A lot of people say, Wayne, I wouldn't live on a septic tank. And I ask my, why? Why not? You don't have a sewer bill, especially when it's brand new, because those things will last for 30 years. Same thing as a well. You got a little well house over here, as you can see. And so you have no water bill, no sewer bill, no septic bill with a septic system. Now, it's also important to know that most of these homes are not mobile homes. Most of them on findmyforeclosure.com are traditional stick-built properties. There are mobile homes there. Most of them are just traditional stick-built properties. And listen, when you go to make an offer on a home, if you got an agent working for you that you trust, if you don't, reach out to us, wayneturner.com, click the buying button, let me know what you're working for, where you live, what city you want to live in. We'll connect you with an agent. But if you've got an agent that you're working with, and they don't want to make an offer that's maybe you're wanting to make an offer $30,000, $40,000 less than what it's listed for. If they're not willing to do that, then cut bait and run. Fire them as your agent and find somebody who will. They need to be enthusiastic to help you, because they need to be in the mindset of, I want to help you. I want you to be happy. I want your mom, your dad, your sister, your mother, your brother, your cousin, your neighbor. I want to make sure everybody's happy in that circle, and a good agent will do that for you. And they'll negotiate the best deal for you on your behalf. And look, it's important to know that this house is going to be comfortable. It's got to be good for everyone. It's got a beautiful floor plan. It's got big live oak trees. It's got a nice open kitchen, utility room. But what's really cool is this is a little something extra right here. They call it lanyap down here in Louisiana. You got that big slab of concrete. We're not in the city limits, nor are we in a homeowners association. So you could build anything. You could weld, you could paint cars, you could build furniture, you could do whatever you want to do. So you have to look at, okay, if I buy this and pay $2,000 a month, that workshop space that I've been renting, I don't have to do that anymore. I can work from home. Or that second job I've been working, I can take my first job that I'm doing and I can do this. So you got to keep an open mind when you're purchasing any piece of real estate. Got to look around, walk around, and most importantly, I always tell people, get out and talk to the neighbors. Ask the neighbors. Ask them what they think about the property, what they think about their home. Would they move into the neighborhood again? Ask them about the schools. Just do your research. It's just quite that simple. Most importantly, if you have any questions for me, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I promise you I'll do everything within my power to make the real estate process as simple as possible. I thank you for watching. God bless you.